Okay, I want to explain that, Kev. Just feel like I did this earlier. I didn't spaz out while doing it. So, basically, there's two sides, but only one side to ACAB, right? So there's all cops are bastards, which it's true if you're in a situation where you are not privileged enough to not have to deal with the situation. Anyway, and blah blah blah, whatever. NWA for your explanation. Now, there's the all cops are blue thing, which is the class trader thing, which I'm pretty sure the all cops are bastards thing is kind of hinting towards a little bit. Not really getting at, you know, people aren't really getting it. I've seen a whole lot of people not understand it because they're like, but they don't treat me bad. Is the point? Everyone knows, everyone would, you know. I know. Anyway, none of this is the point. That whole thing I was gonna do was prepared. Really liked it. That was hours ago. Yesterday, day before. Not sure. Just did it in like one take and I didn't record it. So, ACAB is basically just an expression of frustrations about how law enforcement in pretty much everywhere, has this issue with abusing power and feeling they are above the law, even though no one is. But it's not just cops, it's law enforcement in general, right? Where they'll sign up and then suddenly, you know what? I'm gonna do some class traderism today. That's how they think. I had an entire thing in one shot, no stuttering. That was so good. Okay, whatever. So, basically, there are problems that are that plague people, civilians, and some of those problems are exacerbated by the abuses of power committed by law enforcement. In fact, a lot of those are. Not all of them, but a lot. And the system that supports law enforcement, especially in America, really seems to favor corruption and bad actors and cronyism and nepotism and people feeling they're above the law and all these cowboy cops, right? And it doesn't really value the good cops. And then you'll have people say the people that are doing bad things are just bad apples, when we should all at this point know what the entire, you know, thing they're quoting is. It's bad apple spoil one bad apple, a whole bunch. And, you know, when applied to many other situations, it's pretty useless. But when it's applied to, you know, people doing terrible things with power and being allowed to continue to do so unabated, and to be able to, you know, get so far that they feel they are above the law. Sometimes they just are, because no one challenges them or everyone goes with it, and terrible things happen for no reason, just based on that fact. And I am very annoyed at the fact that I can't remember that whole speech I did. It's faded as I did it. I do it a lot, where I'll have a really cool point, and then I'll have like a great way to say it, and gone a minute later. Should have written it down. But that was basically it. So there's things like quality of policing and the iron pipeline. I don't know if people even call it that, where it's an order of events. People are supposed to do their jobs a certain way, and people don't. And then people who clearly don't want the job take the job, and it's usually the result of nepotism, and those people just do a shit job. And those people also support this whole just go with it, because they're not really doing their job, because they don't want to do the job, because it's kind of it's an intergenerational thing where they inherited it from someone else who had somewhere else who had somewhere else, you know. And then that explains a lot of the inconsistencies in data just being collected. Like, there are people who are hired to collect data, and the data just doesn't get collected because people don't send it out. Because the person that was hired to do the job got at nepotism, or they were just shuffled into the position and they don't know how to do the job, and they don't do the job. They just get a paycheck for being there. And that's one of the major issues in America with crime statistics, where all firms are clearly trying to gather statistics, but you will look at them and try to use them objectively. Don't use them in arguments. That's a bad idea. Outside of a few isolated cases, statistics are kind of a really bad argument, like an incredibly bad argument. Because we already know so many other things, like not everyone reports things. Because, and this is fun, not all police actually send that data in, or actually investigate. Because, and I'll go back to the previous point, all cops are bastards. And it's true for a lot of people, and it's not true for also a lot of people who happen to be privileged. And I'm using Shovel Knight here, like, look at this guy. Anyway. Oh wait, actually Shovel Knight's Shovel Knight is a great example of this. I think that's why I chose this little guy as the avatar of my discontent, I guess that's it. This is fun. This is fun. What's that sound? That is... that is a child that is screaming in the middle of the night because it wants to... That's the reason. That's it. Ooh, let's go to the left. Ooh, I broke the level. I broke the level. This is perfect. This is actually perfect. I broke it. I broke it. I broke it. Oh wait, I don't think I did. Fuck, I broke it. Okay. Anyway, I wanted to rant anyway. It's gonna be. But yeah. His story is like, oh, he's a knight. And then someone pops up that abuses power, and then he has to fight that person. And then that person, like a witch or something. No, it's like an evil spirit. And then it corrupts his badass friend, Shield Knight. Ooh, ew. It corrupts his badass friend, Shield Knight, and he has to, like, fight her to son of a bitch. And it... Anyway. So, he has to fight to, save the thing. You know, I'm real fucking annoyed. Anyway. Well, the fucking point of doing this at this hour is that this shit don't happen. Anyway. What was I saying? So, Shovel Knight, whatever. He is this little dude here. I'm stuck in this level because I have God mode, whatever, equipped. I got the Kratos armor from this game was released when the old series was a thing. And Kratos was just hopping through places, and he wound up in Shovel Knight world. And then Shovel Knight got the ability to hop through other worlds too. And that's why you've seen this character in a whole lot of games over the last 5 years. But yeah, that's how that went. Anyway, so he fights against his former knight friends, cops, who also knights are cops. I should have made that point before. Knights were cops some bad, some good, whatever. They were literally just cops. They were just cops. Shovel Knight, in this situation, is a good cop, fighting against a bunch of bad cops and corruption. And he wins, kinda. And then the other DLCs are like showing the other cops after they've been turned not bad. And I feel like the last DLC for the game, which is King of Cards, is going to be just going to explain the rest of the story. I'm going to start real quick. This is going to be annoying. But King of Cards is going to explain the rest of that. And I tied that right back into video games. I had this whole thing. It was so succinct. I'm so annoyed that I forgot it. But that happens a lot. That just happens. Anyway. Actually, fuck it. Next point. There's this other situation I was thinking about for a long time. People have this fun thing where they're like, legalize it. Where they say that and then they don't think about the consequences of legalizing a thing, where there's a difference slightly between legalization and decriminalization of a thing. Like, for example, marijuana was legalized several years ago on a federal level, but not really on a state level, but that doesn't matter. Because on a state level, legalization just means corporations can take advantage of it and state taxes can take advantage of it. But it also, legalization, does not mean people who are in jail for offenses related to marijuana can get out, or that people stopped being arrested for it. Sure, OB, a couple years back, wow, that was weird inflection. The OB man, years ago, decided to free about 2,000 people who had drug offenses, which is about 100,000 short. Haha. Haha. Yikes. Anyway, it's about 100,000 people short from what the number should have been, but he could only really get 2,000 because his second term was whatever. Republicans are assholes with that situation, and conservatives. Basically, it was not decriminalized. And the problem with legalizing something without decriminalizing it is that people who are fucked will continue to be fucked forever. And they get this fun situation called lost in the system, where the thing they did isn't a crime anymore, but they still committed a crime in the eyes of the law, so they're still in jail for however long the sentence was, or oops, forever. That's a really scary thing to think about, but yeah, oops, forever can happen. Or oops, you're getting executed in a different state because loopholes. Well, you didn't do it? Too bad. But no, that's literally it. Legalizing a thing without decriminalizing it is it's a really bad idea and really hurts people, but only helps corporations. Yeah, it does not help people to only legalize and not decriminalize, if that makes any sense at all. Whew. All right. And this game is broken right now. That's the only reason I'm using it. I turned off the audio. I wonder if turning off the audio fucked it up, because this music is amazing. Whew, I should shut up. I think that was all the points I had. Oh wait, I had another point about Alright, that was it.